Sükan ile Stil Sanat Seyahat programımızdan herkese bir kez daha merhaba. Bir sezonun sonuna geldik. Bir yıl boyunca sanatın, stilin ve seyahatin peşinde dolu dolu bir keşif yolculuğuna çıktık sizlerle. Bu özel bölümde sezon boyunca biriktirdiğimiz anılardan oluşan ilham verici bir kolajla birlikte geçirdiğimiz bu unutulmaz yılı yine beraber kutluyoruz.
Ciao, how are you?
I'm very good.
Welcome in Elevent tea house.
Of course, yes. This looks
Welcome.
great. Yeah, lovely.
So let me introduce, this is a travertino, the furniture, the monochrome, but
very
different
chic.
material. This is incredible because it's
Wow, I love
like
this.
natural travertino, and all is monochrome. And this has to be, we want to, that people feel at easy, as at home,
Yes.
very relaxed, leave all the stress, come here and relax yourself.
Exactly, and this is the bar.
This is the coffee
This is
bar.
the coffee.
Exactly. You can see the very sophisticated croissant, specific, and also the visual merchandise.
Is this the menu?
Is amazing, and the menu exactly. So we have smoothie, very healthy. We have the croissant. We have some small sandwich, vegetarian. Everything is very healthy.
Yeah. Okay. Yummy. Yummy, yummy. Okay, and yeah, let's talk about the project in details and CD collections, and then
Exactly. So as you can see, we have this is the woman's part, where we have this all the white color mixed with the beige and the sky blue. This is, I think, is a very nice, exactly.
So chic.
So chic. White and beige is always a good idea to mix the color. And in this part we have the men's collection, where we have this new color we call mauve. It's a new color which is exclusive for Elevent, because every color you see is exclusive. We want to work with our supplier and make every single piece very specific for us. So the fabrics is linen, silk and wool. It's very soft, perfect for the summer.
Very
unconstructed, the shoulder make you feel natural and very easy.
The bags are great.
The bags
I love.
completing the outfit, because as I said, it's very important to
very chic.
to think about a lifestyle. You can have the best jacket as possible, but you are not able to combine it in a proper way, you destroy the outfit. So even the bag is, I think, very important. You have a new green. This is another exclusive color.
I love.
We had a great feedback on this sweat jacket with, you can see, a removable hoodie. So you can wear, wear in the evening with friends for an aperitivo here. And for business, if you want to look more professional, you can take it out. And that's
Fantastic. Here for a great purpose, actually. We are here at the newly opening store, and as the founder and the creative director of Elevent, so I would like you to describe the core values and the identity of the Elevent first for the audiences. So it's basically the classical Italian style, very refined, very contemporary, modern, and quite luxury looking. So, but how would you describe the core values of the brand?
First of all, thank you so much for inviting me. It's an honor to be here and to celebrate such an important milestone for Elevent here in Istanbul. with the long partnership with the Doge. And I would say Elevent is a made in Italy brand, but with a Milanese style, touch of style. I have to say thank you to Milano that gave me the opportunity to grow during the last 10 years and to be updated thanks to the growth of Milano in the same times. What we try to convey through our creation is the made in Italy, but with Milanese style, which is the real touch that make the difference. That the smart luxury, which is stand for to offer the best product as possible in terms of quality, because made in Italy and Milanese style stand for quality.
Yeah.
But at the best price as possible. We believe that every single piece has to be sold at the right price. So this value proposition made Elevent very special in the luxury industry, and this for us is a very important value.
Yeah, it's very important, as you mentioned, because there's a huge competition. There are so many brands out there, but when you find the luxury in a really quality way and in a good price, I think it's a very good match. And everybody is looking for that nowadays, right?
Absolutely, yes. We believe from the very beginning in this philosophy. We never change our strategy. And from day one, we start to make this product. And every season we want to increase the quality, increase the product, never stop to make things better. And this is what Elevent stands for. Because the word Elevent stands for elevate yourself.
Okay.
Never stop to increase what you're doing. Because you can always make better in your life, in the sport, in the business, in the relation.
There's always
in
room for expansion.
So the philosophy is to elevate yourself every day.
Great. Did you start as a menswear brand and then expanded it into womenswear, or was it like both together?
We started together, even if the core business is the men's. But the women's, I believe, is a very important opportunity for us.
Yeah.
And season by season, we are increasing and we are reaching more people that love the brand as well. So I think women will be the next challenge for Elevent to make sure the collection will be updated,
Create
more,
a difference.
Exactly, and to reach more people.
Great. And so let's come to this location, this store. So I think this is a milestone, as you said, because you are just launching a new model, a new style of Elevent meeting with the hospitality, fashion meeting hospitality, the store meeting a cafe, integrated with a cafe, right?
Right. This is a dreams that comes true.
Okay.
I mean, the idea of the hospitality, I believe, is real. It's a core value in my business, because I believe that when you sell something, you can find maybe the same jacket, the same trousers, something similar. But what makes really the difference in our business is the hospitality, the welcoming, and the way we welcome our guests, our clients, our friends. The new business model to integrate the store with the bar, I believe it's something that want to convey a lifestyle experience. So it's not a matter of clothes, of course, but we believe that through the cafe, we can extend our philosophy and our way we think about the life. And so same values in what we are doing with our brand Elevent in the men's and women's collection, we're doing in the cafe. So we want to offer a very healthy menu with the top of the material, the raw material. So we want to offer the same concept we are offering with the fashion. So the idea is to have salt and sale snack, but very healthy, very well made, by an Italian chef.
Yeah, that's very actually amazing to have this Michelin star Italian chef doing the menus and everything, right? It's really, really special. It's just putting the bar already on
the
a
next
high
level.
note. Exactly. It's not just a store cafe.
No.
It's not just something like
Exactly.
that. So it's an experience. What all the consumers and the clients, let's say, are looking for. As we mentioned, because there's everything, like everywhere has everything, but then what makes the difference is the experience part. And by doing this, actually, the experience becomes already something.
We think is of course a new concept. I think the retail has to be updated, and I believe that the cafe or something else could be a nice additional services to offer to our guests. And in this case, we want to offer something very specific with the Michelin star chef, sophisticated, because our guests, they can have everything.
Yeah. So, but this is I think the first one as this
First
model.
one.
But what are your plans? I mean, you want to extend this business model to the other cities, other stores. So this is the first one.
This is the first one.
That's very
And we are
special.
very proud to make this first store with our long-term partner, as Doge. And I can add that Doge is very well. He had a great experience with the fashion and also
And
with the food and beverage hospitality. So I think it's the perfect partner to test this new business model. Of course, I believe that we have to integrate the cafe, even but only in the main flagship.
Yeah.
Of course, Milano, New York, London, Paris, this for sure. And that's the way to innovate the retail business model, in my opinion.
So you have more than that, like all the cities you have the store?
No, at the moment, no. At the moment, we have only
but
this. But in the upcoming months, years, I would like to add this coffee in our main store, but in the main city.
Yeah, but this means that you have so many stores around the world.
No, at the moment we have directly 17. So
that's a lot. That's great.
But we have a lot to do because versus our, let me say, competitor, we are very, very small.
Thank you very much for having this moment with us just before your opening. And I'm sure we're going to be seeing each other more. And good luck with the cafe project and everything.
You.
So
Thank you.
we're going to try that too. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Finally, I'm so happy to be able to talk to you because obviously I'm a fan.
Thank you.
Like everyone, because of course you're such a great athlete and you're the one who holds the record for the most men's Grand Slam titles, 24, I guess, and many more titles. But not only because of these, obviously, because you are a very wholesome person. And before I talk to you, even before, and I know your interviews and everything, you radiate that mind, body, and soul coherence very well. And growing up in Belgrade and, as a kid, probably, what was the grounding element, you think?
Well, thank you for speaking to me and having the patience to wait and save the best for the last, they say, right? It was great also to play tennis with you and others today and just enjoy amazing discussion at the wellness panel, talking about longevity, wellness, well-being, talking about also the holistic approach, because essentially that's, I would say, the approach that I have in life is very holistic. It's very multidisciplinary, multi-layered. People, when they talk to me and they ask me what's the secret of success, like what's the one thing that you can say that makes you perform your best or recover the best, or it's hard to pick one, you know, because if it's that easy, then everybody would be able to accomplish everything. It's just, I would say, if I have to boil it down to the one term or one explanation, it would be self-care and self-love. Because self-care and wellness is a form of self-love, is a form of self-obligation as well. Because I feel like we owe it to ourselves primarily to feel good, to be healthy, to be living in the most optimal state every day possible. Of course, it's not possible every day because also the modern fast-paced lifestyle in modern civilizations, we're always in a rush, we're always on the run, we're spending a lot of energy. And it's all right to be flawed human being, it's all right to make mistakes and everything. But I think essentially you need to have the guiding star. Like what's that North Star? What's the purpose in life? And everyone has different ambitions, different goals, objectives. But I think what we all should have is taking care of our main our main, how can I say, avatar, which is our body.
Yeah, that's the first responsibility.
That's the first, I mean, and I wish, to be honest, that's for another discussion probably, I wish that education system globally would talk about this and teach neuroscience, they would teach wellness and well-being and mindfulness from a very young age in the school.
Now
because
it's become more popular at least, but...
It has been, but you know, it's still not to that extent. But you know, that's how things start, and hopefully in a few decades we can see a big changes on a global level. But nevertheless, my upbringing in Serbia was challenging. You know, a lot of adversity, wars, sanctions, embargo, poverty, and a lot of different things that were experienced by my family, by all the people, but I'm not crying about it and saying that I'm a victim. I actually think that this helped me, strengthen me, and form me into the person that I am today, and how I handle, you know, maybe stress and pressure moments throughout my career mostly was also due to the ability to kind of deal with this survival mode back in the early days. But I also was fortunate to be surrounded with some key people early in my life that taught me about holistic approach, that taught me about importance of sleep, nutrition, hydration, visualization, nature, outdoors. etc.
Actually, these are very universal things and very ancient wisdom, actually. But now the definitions are changing.
Right.
You know, everybody was talking about this. You mentioned Tesla, there's Rumi, and you know, ancient civilizations. So it all comes to the frequency. It all comes to the frequency, the energy, and the holistic approach, mind, body, and spirit. They are together. The creation.
Yes.
And so, before, probably in your childhood, you were taught these without the definitions. And now everybody's talking about these things, you know, like manifesting, you know, visualization, the frequency, the energy.
We have the terminology now.
Yeah, we have the terminology
kind of explains
now.
what we're... Yeah, it is true. You know, as I said, I personally was fortunate to be influenced by people that particularly one person that I like to call my tennis mother. And she, you know, very early on in my life, in my career, when I was 9-10 years old, would take me to her house and we would do visualization practices. We would look at the videotapes. And at the time, it was not even called that way. She just told me, close your eyes and envision your best version of yourself, doing this, doing that, playing tennis, being good in school, being good to your parents, whatever. And that's amazing. And I'm so thankful that I had this. And that's why I'm saying I wish that all of the children early on have the exposure or awareness of the importance of this, because then that helps for the rest of your life. And I think if you have an open mind, an open heart, and if you're curious and you want to learn, things come. Yeah. You know, because when you mentioned energy, frequency, vibration, I believe that, you know, in the deepest form of who we are, that's who we are. And that's, you know, connecting us to the divine force. And so we are all connected on this planet with that divine universal field. And so when we, you know, when we are living the life on a daily basis that we envision for ourselves, and we're not just with thoughts, but with actions and deeds, then we start attracting these things in our life. And I have experienced it firsthand. I'm not saying something that I just read in the books. All my life has been really like that, and I'm very, very thankful. I did experience also a lot of negative things in my life, if you want to say.
Sure.
But those, more than negative, they're like lessons. They're like hurdles on the way that are there for a reason. And I wasn't always thinking this way and being kind of wise about it maybe, and having like a very positive look on it.
Then you learn to choose the perspective to look at it.
Yeah, I guess that evolves over time.
Yeah.
And but being, as I said, focused on something, and you're gonna get something out of that. What you focus on, it's always the same. Whether it's positive, negative, whatever it is, it's always you get what you invest.
And what I admire actually with you a lot is that you are, your definition of success probably evolved, changed, because you have all the success now, but also you want to give back, you're evolving and expanding, and you are just, you want to give back to the kids, to the community, to your country. And we were talking about the, like your country, my country, how it's still like an individual effort to break through in these kinds of sports, especially in tennis. And you have your goals and dreams and ideas about how to, change this or, evolve, make it better. So, what do you think about this? What's your dream? What do you want to do? Because you're such that person, you want to...
I have a lot of dreams, and I think that's beautiful, that's nice, and I really believe that everyone should be daring to dream and dreaming big, But if there is something that you deeply feel that you don't believe in it fully, then it's going to be hard for you to manifest that and to achieve it. But if you do really believe it with every cell in your body, then I think there is a better chance. And I feel like sky is the limit, or basically there is no limit if you kind of put yourself in that position and give frequency to the brain. It's a kind of an alignment. You're right. Well, I would like my legacy to be more on a personal side than professional. I think professionally, I've been blessed to achieve amazing things in my sport, and tennis will, always be the central point. I mean, the platform that gave me everything else that I have, the talk with you here and seeing these amazing people, it's because of tennis. So I'm very aware of that and conscious of that. But I do want to expand my influence. I do want to expand my outreach, my impact, sports, education, with the philanthropy last 15 plus years with my foundation. We affected almost 60,000 children in my country, and
wow, fun.
So there's a lot of great things and projects that we've done that I'm very proud of. I do want a lot of things that it's probably not the time right now to share with you. There's so many, but we talked a little bit about the expansion of tennis in the Balkans and maybe in Turkey as well, and I would like to see. We talked about your country and how important it is in terms of history, in terms of culture, on both continents, both Asia and Europe, and just incredible nation. And I'm sad as a tennis player to see that there is no real tennis success and a system in Turkey. So, once I guess stop playing professionally actively, when I maybe have a little bit more time, I'll dedicate myself to some of the projects that will hopefully promote tennis in these areas. And because I feel like, all of us here in this Balkan region, in this part of the world, in Europe, very talented people in different sports, and tennis originally has always been a sport of the Westerners,
True.
And it started there, and it's a sport of the elites, and most of the big tournaments are played at the West. Why not move it to this part of the world?
Exactly.
It's a beautiful sport. It's a global sport. It's, by some scientific studies recently, the healthiest sport. They're saying that whoever plays racket sports can live whatever,
Exactly.
9,
I
10
read
years.
that
You
too,
say,
actually.
So we have that backing to say and evidence. So there's a lot of interesting fields through sports, through wellness. Wellness space is also something that I'm very passionate about, very enthusiastic about. I have different startups and also investments in different companies that are in that space, from Regenesis Pod, that is one recovery capsule that I developed with all the wellness and biotech in the last 5 years that I've been using, and it's coming out later this year.
Oh, fantastic.
And then we have the supplement brand. We have a hydration drinks that I think you tried.
Yeah, I
or
tried
people,
it. I tried
tried it today. We're gonna have different supplements and traveling kits and home kits and stuff like this for people to consume. And then another company that in a vertical farming space, basically. So this is 1.1 because there was, at that time when it was formed, there was 1.1 billion people on the planet that are starving.
Wow.
So the idea behind this technology and behind this actually revolutionary technology, I can say, even though there are some other vertical farming technologies and companies out there in the market, is that everything is automated. So and the amount of the produce that you can produce is incredible. The yield is amazing, and so which means that we can actually. I'm excited because I feel like we can feed many more people because you are in more controlled environments and so forth. I'm a lover of the nature. I like so for me, in a sense, like I want us to go back to the soil, to go back to the Mother Earth, to go back to everything. But at the same time, everything is so polluted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we really need to detoxify ourselves, but also allow nature to cleanse, so we can go back. And in a sense, that's where OPO kind of, offers a solution in the meantime,
great.
and it's fun. I'm excited. There's a lot of things that I'm occupied with. Of course, I'm a father of the young 2 children, so which consumes a lot of time, and it's the most rewarding thing in my life. And so I try to be in a different place at the same time, but sometimes it's not possible.
Fantastic, fantastic. Are you gonna go to Roland Garros?
Yes,
after this?
yes.
So I mean, how do you do your own training, schedule everything is normal, or
Yeah, I mean, look, I still have a team of people around me. We still keep up with the program and schedule of training or preparation, and I'm playing a tournament in Geneva
before
in a few days time, and then I'm going to Paris. So I'm still trying to excel in tennis and fight for the biggest trophies, which motivates me, and still see how the longevity part is also very appealing to me. How long can I go with the body at the highest level? And
I think we are on the verge of that. Secret is I think solved a bit, this longevity biohacking thing. Now we can be, because if the spirit is eternal, and if they're together, mind, body, and spirit, why the body? Because we can actually stay like this and then live longer, not and then coming to the 120 years old and then without the teeth or whatever. Now I think everybody's working on this, and then
it's like a conversation of the health span versus lifespan.
Exactly.
So you want to live longer, healthy, rather than just live longer being sick. And living longer is one of the greatest, passions of the people. Everybody would like to. I mean, not everybody, but a lot of people would love to live longer. But I would say, live longer with more vitality and quality of ability to move and do beautiful things that life offers.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great talking to you. Thank you.
So nice talking to you. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Şimdi İtalya'nın ünlü moda markası Dolce Gabbana'nın Paris'te Grand Palais'deki Kalpten Ele isimli sergisini ziyaret ediyoruz. İlk gösterimi Milano'da yapılan serginin merkezinde İtalyan tasarımcılar Domenica Dolce ve Stefano Gabbana'nın ilham kaynağı olan İtalyan kültürü bulunuyor. Dolce Gabbana'nın gösterişli dünyasına ayna tutan sergiyi birlikte keşfediyoruz. Yağmurlu bir Paris gününden, çok erken sabah saatlerinden yine herkese merhaba. Ece Sükan'la stil, sanat, seyahat, yağmur çamur demeden Paris'te bu soğuk havada sabah çok erken saatte Grand Palais'in önüne geldik. Neden mi geldik? Burada çok büyük ve güzel bir sergiyi sizler için çekmeye, görüntülemeye geldik. Ünlü tasarımcılar, bildiğiniz gibi moda dünyasının çok önemli tasarımcılarından Dolce Gabbana'nın daha önce çok yakın zamanda Milano'da sergiledikleri dev serginin Grand Palais'e gelmesini ve buradaki sergiyi göstereceğiz sizlere. Görüyorsunuz, muhteşem Grand Palais'e de çok yakıştığına eminim. Şimdi bu bayağı kapsamlı olan sergiyi sizler için gezelim. Let's go! Dolce Gabbana'nın bu sergisi aslında bir retrospektif değil. Alta moda koleksiyonların, alta moda nedir? Aslında Dolce Gabbana'nın pret-à-porter, hazır giyim değil, haute couture koleksiyonlarına verdikleri ad. Ayrı defilelerle, ayrı zamanlarda gösterdikleri ve gerçekten İtalyan zanaatkarlığının artık en üst düzeyde olduğu kıyafetlerin olduğu bir koleksiyon. Ve bu aslında tüm bu sergide Grand Palais'deki ve daha önce Milano'da Palazzo Reale'de gerçekleşen sergide aslında tamamen İtalyan zanaatkarlığına bir övgü niteliğinde ve alta moda koleksiyonlarından oluşturulmuş. Görüyorsunuz, gerçekten işlemeler, nakışlar, danteller, tüyler, bütün detayların inanılmaz bir zanaatkarlıkla birleştiği bir koleksiyon görüyoruz burada ve tabii ki de müthiş bir settingde yine o Dolce Gabbana'nın o ihtişamlı settingiyle birleştirilmiş bir koleksiyon görmeye başladık. Daha oda gezeceğiz. Mesela arkamda gördüğünüz bu kıyafet Como Gölü koleksiyonundan. Bakıyorum hemen. 2018-2019 sonbahar kış fall winter koleksiyonundan ve de evet, Lago di Como Collection'dan. Yani burada bütün odalar koleksiyona ayrılmamış ama aslında tabii ki de başka bir scenografiyle altın moda koleksiyonlarının yıllarına göre ve de aslında birbirlerine benzemeleriyle birleştirilmiş. Devam edelim, neler göreceğiz bakalım. Bu oda aslında Dolce Gabbana'nın Rönesans ressamlarını ve sanatçılarını adadığı, onlardan ilham alarak yaptığı koleksiyonlardan oluşan bir oda. Rönesans'ta biliyorsunuz artık resim tekniğinde mimari ve perspektif duygusu da girdiği için bu koleksiyonlarda mesela şurada gördüğünüz pelerin gibi erkek paltosu, daha doğrusu pelerinde bir Rönesans painting resimindeki perspektif duygusunu oraya işlemişler. Zaten işte Leonardo da Vinci, Botticelli, Caravaggio gibi birçok sanatçıdan da ilham alarak yaptıkları çizimler ve daha doğrusu bir de özellikle o dönemki ressamların yaptığı teknikler, yani mimari modelleme, 3 boyutlu modellemeden sonra zanaatkarların skeçlerden 3 boyutlu modellemelere ve oradan sonra zanaatkarların bu elbiseleri ortaya çıkarması da gerçekten Rönesans döneminde zanaatın mimarinin modayla, yüksek modayla nasıl birleştiğini gösteriyor ve gerçekten muazzam koleksiyonlar görüyoruz. Burası çok güzel, eğlenceli bir oda. Burası da, buradaki her şey el yapımı olarak yapılmış. Tüm fayanslar, tüm duvarlar, her şey el yapımı olarak yapılıp tabii ki de İtalya'dan buraya gelmiş ve yerleştirilmiş. Burası aslında Sicilya'ya ithaf edilmiş bir oda. İtalya'da Sicilya'dan aldıkları, zaten kendileri de Sicilyalı, aldıkları referansları buluşturdukları çok eğlenceli, çok böyle uyarıcı bir oda açıkçası. Böyle bir festival, bir sirk havası da var müziğiyle, renkleriyle. Çünkü zaten biliyorsunuz Sicilyalılar, İtalyanların kültüründe bu çok var ve tamamen onu yansıttıkları. Mesela burada gördüğünüz her şey sanki böyle bir cabin of curiosity gibi bir cabin ve görüyoruz. Bakar mısınız topukları, ayakkabının topuklarına? İnanılmaz detaylar var yani gerçekten. Beyaz barok odasına geldik. Gördüğünüz gibi. Bu İtalyan sanatçı Giacomo Serpotto'dan ilham aldıkları bir oda ve koleksiyonu sergiledikleri oda diyelim aslında. Giacomo Serpotto 18. 19. yüzyılda çok önemli bir stucco artist deniyor. Stucco sanatçısı. O da nedir? Kiliselerde gördüğümüz bu işlemeler, duvarlardaki ornamentların yapan artistlerin adı stucco artist ve tamamen burada o sanatçının işlerinden ve kiliselerin içindeki aslında o barok işlemelerden ve detaylardan ilham aldıkları koleksiyonları görüyoruz. Mesela arkamda gördüğünüz inanılmaz iki melek konmuş gibi bir elbise var gördüğünüz gibi siyah ipekten ve bu iki melek aslında gerçekten heykel gibi gözüküyorlar ama ipekten. İçleri doldurulmuş yine bir 3 boyut tekniği kullanılarak yani gerçekten çok mimari teknikler kullanılıyor haute couture'de ve özellikle Dolce Gabbana bu konuda çok hassas mimariyle çok iç içe çalışıyorlar ve yeni teknikler keşfetmek zorunda kalıyorlar. Bir mermer heykel gibi gözüken ipekten bir melek, iki melek görüyorsunuz. Burada da zaten yeni bir hacim verme tekniği geliştirmişler. Yani bu koleksiyonla birlikte. Çünkü belli bir elbise tasarlarken ve bunu aslında gerçekleştirirken hacim verme teknikleri bilinirken burada uyguladıkları hacim verme teknikleri ipek kumaşın içine doldurarak çok farklı teknikle elbiseye ve detaylara hacim verebiliyorlar ve böylelikle işte gerçekten duvarda gördüğünüz heykelden farksız işlemeler, nakış işlemeler elbisenin üstünde görebiliyorsunuz. Yani gerçekten gözü yanıltacak kadar gerçekçi. Milan stüdyolarının, atölyelerinin burada bir yeniden canlandırmasına gireceğiz. Ve gerçek oradaki mobilyaları, çalışma alanları, gerçek mobilyalar getirilmiş buraya. Evet, Milano'daki atölyeleri ve Dolce Gabbana'nın çalışma alanları işte böyle bir dünya. Ne kadar güzel, ne kadar büyülü, ne kadar samimi ve gerçek değil mi? Zaten öyle. burası gerçekten çok etkileyici bir oda. Burada Stefano ve Domenica'nın, Dolce Gabbana'nın Milano'daki çalışma atölyelerinin birebir canlandırmasını görüyoruz burada. Ve bütün mobilyalar orijinal olarak, yani Milano'dan bu sergi için buraya geliyor ve şu anda gördüğünüz mankenlerin üzerindeki drapeleri, provaları, fitleri yapılan kıyafetler de, elbiseler de aslında kendi şu anda çalıştıkları bir sonraki koleksiyonun elbiseleri. Yani olduğu gibi çalışma anını dondurup buraya getirmişler. Bu gördüğünüz yarım gözüken modeller, fittingdeki kıyafetler de bir sonraki koleksiyonda göreceğimiz elbiseler olacak yani. Buradaki bütün mobilyalar, tamamıyla her şey gerçek olduğu gibi Milano'daki çalışma alanları. Evet, Visconti'nin bu kült filmi Palermo'daki The Gallery of Palazzo Ganni'nin balo salonunda çekilmişti. İşte tam da o balo salonunu burada canlandırmışlar. Ve Leopard filminin balo salonunun çekildiği balo salonunun, Palazzo Ganni'nin aynalı odasını burada canlandırmışlar. Ve biliyorsunuz Alain Delon'lar, Claude Cardinal'ler, yani çok gerçekten epik bir film ve burada da o odanın, çekildiği odanın, Palermo'daki Palazzo'nun canlandırmasını koleksiyonla birlikte görüyoruz. Harika. Ve tasarımcılar Stefano ve Domenica'nın vazgeçilmez ilham kaynağı ve referans kaynağı opera, drama l'italiana, İtalyanların o drama, sahne, opera, Giuseppe Verdi, Tosca, Madame Butterfly gibi çok önemli opera eserlerinin onlarda bıraktığı izlerden oluşan tasarımlar ve koleksiyonlar görüyoruz. Bu koleksiyonun adı Milano Opera Collection. 2020'de aslında geçtiğimiz yıllarda yaptıkları bir koleksiyon. Zaten yine odayı da bir opera salonu gibi, Scala gibi yapmışlar. Milano'daki biliyorsunuz La Scala çok güzel bir opera salonudur. Çok ikoniktir, tarihidir. Ve çok önemli. İşte Tosca'dan, Madame Butterfly'dan, Giuseppe Verdi'den gibi birçok ilham ve referanslarını yine zanaatle, elbiselerin üzerine yüksek sınıf işçilikle işleyerek canlandırmışlar. Ve operanın o görkemini, o dramasını burada koleksiyonlarında ve sergide yansıtmışlar. Evet, aynı odaya giriyoruz. Burada da cam işçiliğinin aslında art and craft'ını sergiledikleri bir oda. Biz Grand Palace'de elektrikler kesildi. Gerçekten akıllara zarar, inanılmaz bir işçilik. Hem biliyorsunuz ki Murano çok önemli bir cam mirası, markası Murano. İtalyanların. Ve burada da Murano'ya bir homaj var. Ve o camlardan yaptıkları tasarımları, Murano camlarından yaptıkları tasarımları görüyorsunuz. Aynalar, avizeler ve hepsinin elbiselerin üzerindeki tasarımlarına. Şuna bakar mısınız? Evet, yine yağmur başlamış ve görüyorsunuz sıralar hemen oluşuyor. Çünkü çok ilgi var tabii ki de sergiye. Çok güzel bir sergi, çok etkileyici. Biz bayağı beğendik. Çok kapsamlı, çok etkileyici ve çok büyük de ilgi var. Yağmur çamur demeden şuradaki kuyrukları da görürsünüz ki sabahın gerçekten şu anda çok erken bir saati. Evet, harika bir sergiydi. Bakalım bir sonraki durağımız neresi? Let's go. Ece Sükan ile Stil Sanat Seyahat'te yeni yolculuklarda tekrar buluşmak üzere. Şimdilik görüşmek üzere. Bay bay.